No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub and everywhere else you can find podcasts, the Smackin It Raw Podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-host. First and foremost, she just dropped something. She's the host of the She Lead Showcase, the Shaman of She Lead, the Sultan of Step On Me, host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, if it ever comes back, and story time with Miss Katie Kinzy, baby.
Hi.
And on like the hottest streak in his podcasting career, even filling in to host for me last week, it is the Pornhub Poppy, Daddy Delgado, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, my friend Vince.
Daddy's home. Daddy's been home.
Daddy's been home. I'm starting to forget that I have abandonment issues, like daddy issues. I'm starting to feel comfortable.
Nah, it's always deep rooted for me, so that's never much it.
So, fun fact, because this is my show now. When we did Kyle's show, there was a reference to Tori's, Dawn Marie fucking Tori's dad.
Yes.
For that whole to get back at her. And I was going to say something, and Katie said, no, you can't say it because this isn't your show, blah, 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 blah. And then I made a reference later to something else that was unrelated, but I just want to let you know what I was going to say. I was going to say, Katie, you never have to worry about me fucking your dad to get back at you for anything. That's all I was going to say.
I think you told me after the fact. But I told you, I was like, no, the joke can be made here.
So, you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, I kind of know where he is. It's not like he's just vanished. From my life, yes.
Yes, Travis. I have also seen Alex Wright dance so much in the last few days, and we'll talk about it on Sunday. For those of you who don't know, we have another wrestling podcast. It is called Return to Wrestling, where Travis forces me to go back and watch old episodes of Nitro from WCW. Up to a pay-per-view, and then we cover all the episodes of Nitro and the pay-per-view. We are coming up to War Games or Fall Brawl War Games 1997, so we'll be covering the lead up to Fall Brawl and Fall Brawl itself. And we're going to win that this Sunday, which means it should be up on Patreon for $1 brand new episode, along with the entire back catalog of everything that we have done since the beginning of Nitro to 1997 Fall Brawl. Available for you for just $1. You subscribe to that, you have 2 years plus worth of podcasts about WCW to get caught up on and listen to, plus a new one every month. So yeah, it's worth it. And there's more. There's Multiverse with Travis Amar. You guys can go do that too. All at patreon.com/creationworld. Yeah, 2 years spank bank for $1. Who can? I'd buy that for $1.
Can't buy much for $1 these days, so you might as well take advantage of the opportunity.
War Games, Vince?
Yeah, TV's right there. I feel like if I angle it, I can watch the screen on my television. He
wants to play War Games with you right now.
Yes,
is what he's saying. Jesus, fuck off. We have a show to do. And Easter's over, so I can say that. Katie, news and rumors. What you got for us?
Well, speaking of games, WWE superstars are now allowed to stream on Twitch again without getting in trouble. Surprise! So basically, there's a three-way cut between WWE, Twitch, and the superstars, with WWE getting the lowest cut out of the three. as it should be, because fuck them for even getting rid of that in the first place. Savannah and I talked about it. Like, this is a way for superstars to interact with their fans in an easier way instead of Twitter, which is going straight to hell, Instagram, which is debatable, and like meeting them in person. Like, it's just the easiest thing for them to do.
Speaking of meeting wrestlers in person, you see all that stuff that was shared in the group chat?
About the Kevin Owens thing?
And the Alexa Bliss one. The Alexa Bliss one was almost a little bit more egregious, too.
Whoa. Which group chat?
The not the calf.
Not the calf.
Okay. Then
take it easy.
No, because I was doing all of this stuff for like the last 2 hours. So I missed anything that happened after the last 2 hours, and then pretty much was busy all day. So I really haven't been in and out. Can you fill me in or no?
So it was basically the Rey Mysterio airport situation all over again, but it was like a clip of a specific dude that went up to Kevin Owens, tried to get like 3 or 4 like Funko Pop like cases signed, and he did the same thing with Alexa and kept bugging them as they wanted to leave. They kept like, "Hey, one more. Here's one more. Here's one more." And they kept doing it. It was just then they go ahead and sell. They have the same item that was being sold for auction at eBay for
like $200.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which is just fucking ridiculous.
It was mostly just Isaac just showcasing them and sharing them in the chat, in secret chat.
And then you're saying that the UW pod chat. And then you said Alexa Bliss was worse, like they were harassing her worse.
Yeah, like he wouldn't leave her alone. It's like, "Oh, here, just one more," and she kept looking like she was uncomfortable and just wanted to leave, and just was annoyed. And
that's because men fucking suck as human beings, and they see a woman and they think, "Oh, she'll be forced to put up with my bullshit more because she's smaller than me and I can, intimidate her, whereas Kevin Owens might punch me in the mouth, so I'm not going to go as hard on him." I understand she can't, but I encourage every female wrestler out there being harassed by a male fan in this fashion to kick them in the dick.
I mean, Joel Embiid did that in the NBA playoffs, so there was a lot of kicking and hitting below the belt. NBA players hitting other NBA players in the playoffs. So
you just made that name up. That wasn't a real name.
Those are fake names.
Anywho.
What else you got for us, Katie?
And besides that, I mean, the only other thing that isn't something that happened on or during one of the shows, Commander, who had a match on Dynamite, is officially signed with All Elite, which is cool.
Yeah.
Watching luchadors wrestle live is fucking crazy. Like,
they're cool.
And for Rampage, because it didn't come out tonight. It was, I know Matt didn't miss it. It's okay. I know you dodged a bullet this time, Matt. But it was Dralistico versus Vikingo.
Dramatic.
Yes. For the AAA title. And oh my god. That was crazy.
Why'd you make that face, Vince?
No reason.
I've been calling him Dramatic forever. There's Big Time Rush Dramatic, and I keep changing his name, but we're gonna go with Dragon Ball E.
That one I can't be mad at, but
I mean, Big Time Rush is a classic one.
Yeah, I can't be mad. It's just give them a little respect. They're not like in New Japan. They're
but it's
like they're not in WWE either.
Dragon Ball E is.
Dragon Ball E is, and that's why I called him Dragon Ball E instead of the Last Dragon Bruce Lee or whatever the fuck I was calling him for a little bit.
All of the names.
Yeah. Dragon League, goddammit.
Yeah, Dragon Ball E. I figured you'd be down with that.
It's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing you can give them.
Exactly.
So you had a blast at Rampage. You had a blast with Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we'll talk about that. I have a feeling I know what your favorite show of the week is.
Rampage. No.
Vince, which one's Dramatic? What's his? What
Dralistico.
There you go.
Dralistico.
Wow, that was the whitest thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah, because I had to white it out a little.
You did. Yeah, you whitened it up.
White it out. Just grab a little white out.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Katie, spit or swallow.
Perfect. All right, we'll start with the big one, I guess, because there's just
you always want to start with a big swallow.
Yeah, every time.
I always got to start with your big gulp.
I'm gonna swallow Bloodline Judgment Day randomly coming together, joining forces like the evil entities that they are. Paul Heyman being scared of Rhea Ripley because, like, aren't we all? Like, I love Rhea Ripley. I am scared of that woman, though. Like that, all of them in the ring. Solo and Rhea need to have a match today.
Either that or
they need
to fuck in the ring already.
Excuse me?
I'd watch both, so I'm not going to disagree with Vince on that one. And don't say you wouldn't either.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying we ain't got to take that far.
That would be some rough shit.
That could be a watch along and getting off.
I have a feeling that's one that Katie wants to watch in the privacy of her own home. I don't think she wants to share that experience with anyone else. I'm with you, Katie. Paul announcing the short-term deal between the Judgment Day and the Bloodline. Rhea lined up with Solo. They steer each other down. They move Solo. Rhea moves with him. That is the only match between the Judgment Day and the Bloodline that I even care to see that we're never going to get is Rhea versus Solo.
Exactly.
Usos kind of got blindsided by this deal, didn't know what was going on. Paul made it with Roman and just kind of let them know in the ring. They also said that Solo's going to handle Bad Bunny and he's wrestling Rey Mysterio on Monday Night Raw. KO, Sammy, and the Bitch versus the Judgment Day tonight as well. And then versus the Bloodline at Backlash. And then Paul asked Judgment Day what they thought of Finn, and Paul asked Judgment Day what they thought of the job that they did in the six-man tag team match, taking out KO, Sammy, and the Bitch. And Finn said,
Well, not KO, Sammy, and the Bitch. It was LWO and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah,
that they took out.
Yes, that is correct. Because Solo fought Rey.
Yes.
And then LWO came out, and then the Usos, and things happened. Yes. That was the partnership. So the Bloodline is going to take out the LWO problem for the Judgment Day, and then the Judgment Day is supposed to handle the Canadian bitch problem for it's Canadians and the bitch. Like, Canadians aren't bitches. I love Canadians.
We
love Canadians.
As a trios, they're the Canadians and the bitch. That problem for the Bloodline.
2 Canadians, 1 bitch.
2 Canadians, 1 bitch.
There you go.
No, that can't be the title because
why can that not be the title?
Bitch is in it. It's unless you can swing it.
I think we can censor bitch. I think we can just do like B*TCH. Can we get away with that, Travis?
Canadian crack connection. Someone star that. Someone favor that.
Definitely can't do that one.
We could put a butt crack instead of the word crack.
Oh my god.
No, I'm with you guys. I'm also swallowing the deadly alliance of the Bloodline and Judgment Day. It was pretty cool to see them in the ring. My 2 favorite factions in wrestling right now, prior to the formation of LWO. It was all good stuff, especially the sexual tension between Rhea and Solo. Shout out to Solo for giving Rey the thank you post match after putting him over.
Hell yeah. Hi JJ. Good morning.
Good morning.
Top of morning.
Will spits thrown together for nothing groups. Fair enough. Vinny D. Spit or swallowing? Fist pump. Come on. There you go.
I'm gonna spit the terrible treatment / booking / decision making of the LWO on Raw. Rey continues in the vacuum, and I'm not just saying this me just bitching, but I had a conversation with my sister, I had a conversation with my brother, and I had a conversation with my cousin. And it's like, it's kind of it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of a little messed up that they just reformed LWO, and ever since then they keep taking L's and L's and L's. And yeah, we're going to support them because that's representation. But it is a little discouraging to see Ray continuing to lose post WrestleMania. He has yet to get a win since WrestleMania. But the big spit here is them getting taken out by Solo, because that meant they had to come out and get revenge at the end of Raw, which meant they had to associate with Riddle, which means that they're now cursed by Riddle. So I'm
well, yeah, I mean, Santos just got pinned on SmackDown.
Those L's are still coming. Devil's advocate for a second, Vince. One, the original LWO also did a lot of losing. As a matter of fact, the whole reason the LWO was formed was to get their name out there and try and get some momentum behind them, because these fantastic luchador wrestlers were not getting what they felt the respect that they deserved. But they also still went on as the LWO to take pin after pin after pin.
Yeah, and one can make the comparison, yes, but the argument has to be made. What's the point of making the LWO if they're just going to keep taking L's and L's and L's? They're just a job squad at that point. And it looks bad because, granted, you guys are looking at them like, oh yeah, they're take L's, they're trying to like come up, it's just like the OG LWO, but it's
no, that was just me playing devil's advocate. I know that it's bullshit.
But yeah, outside of the curse of Riddle, if I can be serious for a moment, like Lance Storm, them coming out at the end and getting a little bit of comeuppance from the attack earlier in the night made it up a little bit, but them getting laid out by the Bloodline, they kind of like didn't sit well with me, and it didn't sit well with like a lot of my family, especially my brother, because he's just now starting to get back into wrestling and he loves the LWO. And he's like, man, that's kind of fucked up that they did him dirty. But I'll give it time. Like the internet wants me to do is wait it out.
I will also say, she's more than likely going to lose, but Zelina is getting a title match at Backlash.
Because she wasn't at the Brawl, didn't associate with Riddle, she is not cursed.
Exactly.
Currently. She might be curse adjacent, but not actively, physically, first-hand cursed. Matt?
While we're on the subject of associating with Riddle, Side Swallow Solo beat the shit out of and pinned Matt Riddle on SmackDown tonight.
I didn't even watch the main event.
Boy Solo just giving Riddle all the L's.
Every single L.
Yeah. Shout out to Solo. He's had a good week.
I'm going to swallow Adam Pearce kicking out Cody because he's not medically cleared. Cody deciding he doesn't give two fucking shits what Adam Pearce says or the trainers. He wants Brock. Pearce sending security. Cowboy Brock showing up in a hat and a duster. Went shopping with Trish Stratus this week for their entrance gear. Adam begs and bribes Cody with a match in Puerto Rico, but Lesnar keeps taunting him. Cody takes out security wave after wave, just struggling to get his hands on Brock so he can Brody his loads, but does not. And then Brock is a cowboy and also a coward because he left and did not engage.
True. The best part about that was Cody jumping at Brock and security coming out of literally nowhere and catching him and like taking him back. That was some movie shit right there.
He should have just like spread his wings and just started like pretend like he was flying like in Titanic.
Did they cock block them?
They did.
Yeah. That's that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the physical manifestation of cock blocking. You are about to pounce, and then in comes a group of dudes that just carries you away from your target.
Your target.
Why'd you phrase it like that?
Well, I mean, you're pouncing. What do you pounce on? I figured target was better than prey.
They blocked
yeah, you're
them.
right. Cock blocked
them. See, now, unfortunately, Cock's in it because Cock Brock would be also a great title for this episode.
That's the first time in a while something made me laugh like that. Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, but I think we can make it work.
I don't know.
Thinking of a number 1 through 5. Katie?
3.
Vince?
6.
Katie?
The fuck? I'm pretty sure he said 1 through 5. Well, okay.
Yeah, that's the joke.
I don't know where the fuck your Brazilian butt lift is, bro.
You brought up Trish. I'm gonna swallow heel Trish, baby. Oh, that bitch is back. I am ecstatic. Trish as a heel just hits different. She was a heel the majority of her feuding with Lita back in the day, literally 20 years ago at this point, which is fucking crazy. And she was just out here making statements. She was like, I'm no one's sidekick. Yeah, I'm the one who attacked Lita, in case y'all are too stupid to realize that. They brought back the silhouette, everything about her presence. She killed it. I'm so excited to see what happens with this. I love Trish Stratus.
For natural BBLs.
I mean, technically, I don't think you like. That's like saying no love for natural fake boobs. Like a Brazilian butt lift is a procedure. I don't think it can be a natural.
I mean, you can lift your butt yourself. It's called squatting.
Naturally?
Naturally?
I guess. Okay, fair enough.
I don't know.
I don't know if that counts as a Brazilian butt lift, though.
If you do it in Brazil.
So if you go to Brazil and do squats.
She
Brazilian
interpreted
Black Booty Love. Okay. That could have been what Justin was talking about, too. You never know.
There's so many iterations it could have been.
You know what's the first thing that came to mind when I saw the phrase Black Booty Love? I thought Big E. I don't know why.
I know why.
Big meaty man.
Slapping
his meat on someone.
I'm with you, Katie. Heel Trish, far superior to babyface Trish. She's back on her heel shit, and I'm all for it. I said it on Twitter today. Honestly, the only thing that's really outside of Cody, because I am Team Cody, the only thing in wrestling that I'm really watching or that I give two shits about right now is the women. Like, the men are not doing shit for me. Women's wrestling is the only thing that's keeping me in. I'd be all for this KO shit if it wasn't for Riddle. But he is a downturn. I don't give two shits about the Judgment Day. And like Vince said, the LWO taking constant losses does not make me want to get behind them or support them, because it
fuck's going on with Seth. He put on a banger with Miz. And now he has a random match with Omos, but like,
bro, the most random ass match I've ever seen.
The fuck is like the randomness of the booking of Seth Rollins post Mania is just baffling. Yeah,
we'll get there, get you. So I'm gonna swallow Bianca versus Dakota. Bianca getting the win because I am not the biggest Dakota Kai in ring. Like a fan of her in-ring work. I've heard all these great things. I watch her. She just doesn't really do it for me in ring.
She does it for me.
Which is fine. You know, everyone's got their own taste. I never really saw what everyone else saw on her outside. Like, I see her as a person, but like her in-ring work, I never thought she was really that great. But this was a really good match and a real good showcase for her. So maybe she just needed to get with someone on her level, like a Bianca Belair, to show out. Yeah. Maybe that was the problem. So
maybe just time is what she needed.
Swallow that. I mean, she's had a lot of time. I wasn't really impressed with her in NXT, Vince. Like, the entire time I've known Dakota Kai, she's not been doing it for me. I like her as a person.
I like her interactions with Shayna, because she looked like she was double jointed, so it looked like she legit had her elbow popped.
But that is not in ring. That is not a match. Well, it's not a match. I'm talking about her match work is what
I understand. I understand.
So that is mine. Vince, 6, as you said earlier. Spit or swallow.
Let's see. We mentioned it already, and shout out to heel Trish already because swallowing that too. Didn't get a chance to chime in, but I'm swallowing them making Selena versus Rhea at Backlash for the SmackDown Women's title official. I think it's perfect. Selena came out and plead her case to Adam Pearce, saying she's the only Puerto Rican women wrestler in WWE. It's in Puerto Rico. She should be challenging. Rhea keeps getting in LWO business. They keep bumping heads. And it makes sense for that to be Rhea's first challenger. And it's just so cool. I like it. Shout out to Selena. I think this might be the first time where we see babyface Selena in her entire WWE run. Not bad. Not bad. I can't think of another instance where she might have been babyface, but
no, because every other time she's really been on screen, she's been a heel manager. I mean, Andrade, Theory at one point.
Theory.
Not Theory. No.
Angel Garza.
No.
Angel Garza.
Yeah, Los Lotharios. Theory was with Seth. The COVID area was weird. All right.
Yeah. And then also too, shout out for her making a cameo appearance with La Chancla. She's out here like threatening mommy with the chancla. Ray.
Somebody had to do it.
Man, I can't wait to see it. If Ray versus Dominic is any indication that chancla is going to come into play at Backlash.
I mean, Zelina getting pinned by Rhea, she does the best. So
we've seen it in the past.
I'm down. She said Rhea tweeted, she was like, "Mommy versus Little Pretzel," and I laughed.
I had a terrible thought that I'm not going to say on the podcast because it would definitely get us canceled and in trouble. And also, I love Zelina Vega. So, post show, remind me to share.
Why don't you put it in the private chat?
Okay, I'll do that. Katie, spit or swallow.
He said, "Okay, I'll do that."
Yeah, that way you don't forget.
Oh, that's true because I'm going to forget. I'm gargling. The almighty Bobby Lashley in Theory. I didn't really care about the one-on-one because we've seen it so many times. But the introduction to Bronson Reed into this feud, big meaty men slapping meat, has me a little intrigued. And now we get a triple threat at Backlash for the title. So I'm kind of okay with it. I'm not spitting it because I love Bobby Lashley and again, big meaty men slapping meat. That's their match. Bronson and Bobby last week was awesome. Yes. So I'm okay with this. So it's just a gargle.
Just a light little gargle. I see. Little gargle. It did seem weird to me. Didn't they announce maybe half the Backlash match card tonight during SmackDown or after SmackDown?
During SmackDown, yeah, they were like, "Oh, well, here's the Zelina Rhea match. Here's this triple threat. Here's randomly Seth and Omos."
You guys don't want to read that now.
No, I'm not going to read that now. I'm going to save it till later. Well, Allison, to answer your question, the only time they don't have a random triple threat match for the United States Championship is when they have a random triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship.
Jail. Matthew, jail.
I apologize.
Someone played Locked Up by Akon.
That will get you kicked off Twitch.
I know. That's why
no,
I was
well, that and playing that song.
Oh, well, that's...
I got a lighter. I can wave the lighter in the air while we sing it.
A lighter, but it's too far away.
I'll go. I'm going to swallow Walter versus Woods.
You mean Gunther?
Walter versus Woods. I said what I said. They're both W's. Gunther versus Woods. Again, Gunther, surprisingly having little intercontinental title feuds adjacent to the U.S. title stuff, keeping me interested. They had a really good match. I'm just waiting for this. Kofi had his breakout. Big E had his breakout. I'm just waiting for them to light the fire under Woods.
It should have been when he won King of the Ring.
It should have been. But he went at Gunther. They had a great fucking match. I enjoyed it. It was one of the only matches that I really sat down and watched outside of, Riddle getting his ass whooped and then One Deed. So, because he's a no D, but he got 1D. After he got spiked. All about it. Walter Woods.
I really need people to start putting some goddamn respect on Xavier Woods. Like, I'm so sick and tired of this. People are like, Xavier Woods is not good. He's fantastic. B,
he might be my favorite.
He's also holding it down for the New Day. And he has been. Biggie's been out for almost a year. Kofi got sidelined like 2 months ago, give or take.
Roughly.
So Xavier Woods has to be the presence of the New Day. And he's been holding his own. I love Xavier Woods. Everything this man does. That match was incredible. I would have been okay if Gunther lost. It would have been a shock. Stir up the world a little bit right before the draft, which is next week. So, like, I'd have been okay with that. That would have been cool. But, yeah, much respect to Xavier Woods. Taking it to Gunther. Well done.
Yeah, I concur. Finger snaps to both guys.
Vinny. Spit or swallow.
Obviously, this probably would have started things off if it wasn't for so much LWO nonsense that was happening. Swallowing Bad Bunny in Chicago on Monday. I will be in attendance. Fantastic. Biggest swallow of the whole week for me. Fuck was that?
This is awesome, chat.
Oh, nice.
I was cheering you on because I agree.
I was barely able to pick up what was being chanted. It just sounded like the crowd noise or something. But yeah, Bad Bunny in Chicago. Love to see it. Maybe this is how they even the odds.
I got hard for you when I heard it. I had an empathy boner.
Yeah.
I heard that and I'm like, dude, Vince is going to be so stoked about this. He's rock hard right now, and it made me hard. Night Will, I hope you heard empathy boner before you went to bed. I give Bad Bunny all the credit in the world because he is one of those celebrities who has a very successful career and sets all of that to the side and dedicates all of his time to something he loves, to be a part of it and put on a show for us. And he's not just coming in and kind of skating his way through. Like, he's really dedicating himself to wrestling. He's really putting in the time to be a part of this. And he's not a piece of shit like Logan Paul. So all the love to Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson could never. And did you also notice how on SmackDown in every single match card they had a little tiny little Bad Bunny underneath?
Yeah, because he's the host.
Yeah, they made sure to let you know that Bad Bunny was going to host. So yeah, swallowing Benito in Chicago.
Hell yeah. Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow the tag team brawl and match on NXT. Creeds, Gallus, and
Grizzled Young Veterans.
Thank you. I really forgot who the other team was. That's unfortunate for me. Julius Creed is a goddamn star. It's insane. Like, if they ever don't break them up. But if you do for some reason, Julius Creed's going to the fucking moon. We already know. That match was cool. Tag team wrestling. I mean, at least they're focusing more on the titles again in NXT. So I'm down with it. I love a good brawl to start a show. Everybody was getting involved. I love it.
Here's the thing. If they do break up the Creeds,
okay,
Brutus has to turn on Julius. You named them Julius and Brutus.
That's what I was literally thinking about this week too. I was like, how did I not notice this? How did I not notice?
Oh, I've noticed it the entire time. Yeah. Greco-Roman wrestling, Brutus and Julius. Yeah, no, I caught it the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, and Brutus is the one who took the pin. Because Ivy got taken out by one of the Grizzled Young Veterans. I don't know which one. So Julius went out to check on her.
Also, because a lot of people assume that Julius is going to be the breakout star, and usually when the breakout star is the one that turns heel on his tag partner, a la Shawn Michaels as the perfect example. Not saying Brutus is Marty Jannetty, but that's usually the example that people usually go with. But I think it'd be better off for Brutus if he's the one that turns heel, because that might, from the very beginning, give him a chance to build some character development and be a little bit more creative and not have to be this clean-cut babyface, rah-rah like wrestler on NXT. And it's gonna strike some similarities between JC and Gigi when they broke up. I thought it was going to be Gigi that's going to attack JC, and JC is going to be the baby face while Gigi is the heel, because I've seen her be a heel as Priscilla Kelly in the Indies. So, I don't know. I'm all for it.
She's cute. She's way too cute. My final swallow for Raw and SmackDown is a combined swallow. So while I am not a fan of our women's tag team champions as a pair, I do love me some Liv Morgan. However, what I love more is the unexpected pairing of Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green that is working so well.
The complaint committee.
The complaint department, the complaint committee, the Karen squad, whatever you want to call them.
Karen squad.
We had a match on Monday Night Raw where Mia Yim and Candice took on Chelsea and Sonya. Nikki Cross was chilling in the crowd doing creepy Nikki Cross shit. Liv got a drink dumped on her. Shit went down. Followed that up with another really fun, good match that showed how well Chelsea and Sonya worked together on SmackDown against the women's tag team champs, where Liv was amped like a motherfucker before the match, is ready to fuck somebody else. Also, I believe got more drink poured on her.
She poured it on Chelsea.
Oh yeah, she poured it on Chelsea. That's right.
That's how they got the victory, because then she rolled her up.
Well, no, they got the victory because Raquel shoved her boot into Liv's anus and used the momentum to haul her forward for a 3 count.
That's
a big boot too. So she's gonna feel it in the morning.
You've heard of anal fisting. This was anal footing.
Ew.
Well, hopefully
it's a big foot.
Raquel got some lube for Liv prior to that and got set up for all that.
She did, but then she poured it on Chelsea Green, so that was a lubeless anal footing. Katie hates me so much right now.
I question a lot of things.
So is Nikki Cross still stalking Candice because she needs a friend? Is that what we're still doing?
I don't know, but it was Nikki Cross's birthday yesterday.
Shut up.
I heard rumors that Eric Young's just been signed with WWE for a while now, and they're just not using him.
That sounds about right.
I mean,
didn't they sign? Fuck is his name? DH Smith. The son of the British Bulldog. I forgot his name. David Hart Smith. Didn't they sign him? He was signed for a while and then got released.
Yeah, but he is also a giant piece of shit. And there's a whole documentary on Peacock about him being a giant piece of shit.
There's different people?
No, I'm pretty sure that's him.
The dude from the Hart Dynasty with Tyson Kidd and Natalia?
Teddy Hart.
No, not Teddy Hart.
Teddy Hart's the piece of shit.
Okay.
Teddy Hart's a piece of shit. David Hart Smith is the son of the British Bulldog.
Yes.
And he was the one that
and he was signed at one point. He randomly had a match a few years ago and then hasn't been heard from since.
I didn't even know he had a match. I thought he just got signed and never wrestled.
I don't remember.
And got released.
It might have been a house show or something because I remember seeing pictures about it.
That's non-canon.
I don't remember. I just remember seeing pictures of him, or it was like a dark match or something from main event. I don't fucking know. I just have distinct memories of it not that long ago. I think Matt's fact checking me.
No, I was just curious because I thought Teddy Hart was who we said. No way.
What?
Oh, I just learned something disgusting.
What?
All right, so okay, that's why. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, thank God. So I was looking. I was looking at Teddy Hart and who he was, and then I saw Matt Hart, his younger cousin. I'm like, all right, who's Matt Hart? And I clicked on Jack Evans. So when I thought I clicked on Matt Hart, it pulled up Jack Evans, and I was like, do not tell me that Jack Evans is a fucking Hart. He's not. He's not. Thank God.
Oh man, dodge both there, guys. Is he still in that Mexican prison?
Yep, he's still in that Mexican prison.
He's the one that's locked up. Someone play Akon locked up for him.
I forgot about that joke.
I tried to tell y'all that TH2Q fuck or whatever.
TH2.
Yeah, THQ.
THC, whatever
the fuck that they sucked, and obviously they're nowhere to be found. So nobody.
And
listened to me. I was right.
Somewhere.
Jesus says that he was in a dark match, the first SmackDown back with the crowd.
Okay,
I knew I saw him somewhere.
Okay, all right.
That was me, right?
Yes.
So Vince,
yes,
spit or swallow.
We talked about her slightly. But I'm going to mention it again. I'm going to swallow Gigi Dolan versus Cora Jade. Despite Gigi taking the L, she looked great in defeat, as she always does. She tossed JC Jane into Booker T and had like the biggest smile. That she had like post-nut clarity face on after she did that. It's hilarious. But yeah, just shout out to Cora and Gigi. They had a really good match. Former tag teams in NXT. RIP to that bomb ass theme song they had back then, but good swallow there.
Once.
I was actually really more about Cora and Gigi as a tag team than I ever was Cora and JC because I felt like they fit and they had like a matching aesthetic. But I did love me some Toxic Attraction. Also, as long as Sharmell wasn't pissed about it, I'm sure Booker loved every second of having Gigi wiped across his face. Or JC wiped across either one. I'd take
people
both.
Getting thrown into Booker T is now becoming my favorite thing on NXT.
I need to find out who's making Gigi's gear though, because I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like a diaper on her, and I'm not a fan. We need to fix that.
We do need to fix it.
I'm not a fan of those bottoms.
I'm just so confuzzled as to why the change up, because the gear was perfect
to cover her Instagram famous ass.
But
big,
why?
Giant Instagram famous ass.
That ass.
But why? Was it direction by creative, by management? She just wants to cover up more.
If she wanted to cover up more, I'm fine with that. If it was any other direction, fuck you guys.
Yeah, same.
Basically.
I concur.
Because those ass cheeks were eating those shorts, and it was fantastic. I agree with you. Also, I am like really getting into Lyra Valkyria, and her coming out and challenging Cora after the fact.
With the fucking smoke.
Well, not just that, but even like their interaction last week that I didn't get to talk about. Like, I was like, oh, okay, all right. Now I see it. I didn't really see it in NXT UK. I heard a lot of things about you. It really wasn't there for me. But now we're here. Now you're coming into your own, Lyra, and I'm all for it. So give me more Lyra, and I'm down for Lyra versus Cora, down for Lyra versus Gigi, Lyra versus JC, Lyra versus everybody.
She's taking on the world.
I'm not completely there with you. I don't hate her. I still need to warm up to Lyra, but I'll give her a chance. I'll give her a chance to see what she does next week at Spring Break-In versus Cora, because they've been teasing this match for a while now. So it's good that they're finally going to pay it off.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen like months ago, and then something happened with Cora, so we didn't get it.
I think she got injured or something.
I don't know.
I'm so stoked for Spring Break with NXT because like I know what happens at Spring Break, and I've been waiting to see that with these women. So like, let's go.
You need to relax.
As long as it's not like the movie Spring Breakers, because then Matt Riddle would have to come down with his fucking grill. And then I wouldn't watch. If Matt Riddle came back to NXT to host anything, I would not watch that episode. I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
I don't blame you.
I don't care what the card is. You could have Gigi Dolan versus JC Jane in a fucking lingerie strap-on match. Okay, that I would watch. However, the rest of the show I would ignore. And with my luck, Matt Riddle would be in a tuxedo thong fucking reffing. So,
ew. Gross.
Katie, spit or swallow.
How do we even go on from that?
Well, what we can do is talk about the fact that if you want to get a tuxedo thong for yourself or any sort of strap-on or lingerie or anything that you need to, Spice things up in the bedroom. Go to Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is the nation's largest marketer of adult products with millions of satisfied customers in the United States and all over the world. Founded in 1971, Adam and Eve is also one of the oldest names in the rapidly evolving adult industry. For more than 50 years, they have built up a reputation as a trusted, reliable adult toy store that takes pleasure and privacy seriously. When you want to shop erotic toys, Adam and Eve has it all. Men, women, straight, gay, anywhere in between. Adam and Eve has the adult toys you're looking for, including but not limited to vibrators, dildos, anal sex toys, bondage toys, couples gifts, lubes, sexy gifts, and accessories. Unlike other adult stores, Adam and Eve stands behind all their products and offers a no questions asked return policy. So whether you bought a dildo, a sex swing, a penis ring, you can get a refund within 90 days. Or Michael P.S. Hayes. You can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com, use code erotica to receive 50% off one item plus free shipping on orders of $49 or more. That is adamandeve.creationworld.com. Use code erotica to get 50% off and free shipping.
Well, on that note, I'm going to swallow everything that's happening with Brooks and Jensen and Fallon and Kiana. Listen, I did not expect this type of turn in the soap opera, but I like it. Brooks, no, which one is it?
It's Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs.
Same.
Jensen's
person.
The one with Kiana.
Yes. Jensen is both Brooks. Brooks and Jensen are the same person, and they're with Kiana. So no matter what, you are correct.
It's so confusing.
The funny thing is, I fucked everybody up about
you
that,
really
but
did.
I'm the only one that really knows who the fuck they are.
You really did, and it irritates me. But
so Brooks Jensen, aka B to the fourth power.
Yes,
to the fourth.
B to the fourth power. Completely changing everything up. You know, the glasses, the slicked back hair with the ponytail, looking like he's just working in her office, which that's you can take with that and run with it later.
Already did.
Matt already did.
Go follow my shit.
Yeah.
Smackin It Raw approved.
Yeah. So all of that happening. Now we get like the mixed tag match next week. I like everything they're gonna do with this.
Yeah, no, Brooks turning into a pod person, kicking Jensen out of the office because he wants to just talk to him. Kicking Briggs. See, you fucked me up now.
Yeah.
Kicking Josh Briggs out of the office because he just wants to talk. And he's like, no, fuck you, get out of here. You guys were holding me back. You guys aren't my family. I'm better off without you because I got some pussy now. And you know, like I said, he's singing Power of the Pussy all week long, just like in a mood. Kiana and Brooks show up to talk some more shit at the bar, lay down that mixed tag match challenge. All for it. Love it. I told you it's my favorite thing going because it's fucking soap opera and that's what I love. There's cheating, there's sex,
there's so much. Also, can we just talk about the fact that Briggs is a snack and Jensen looks ridiculous? So like I don't understand any of that. Kiana, baby girl, we gotta talk.
I prefer a Fallon to a Kiana. Honestly, Kiana's hair's pulled back way too tight, and it bothers me. Like too much.
Yeah,
going on. I don't know what's going on there.
Too much forehead.
Not good look.
Never thought that'd be a phrase I hear out of your mouth.
Hey, sometimes you're getting too much forehead. It's just her shit's rolled too tight. Like she needs to loosen up a little bit. All right, well then I'll take my last thing for NXT before I give Vince a chance to spit or swallow. Roxanne Perez defeating Zoe Stark. Indy Hartwell comes out and offers Roxanne a rematch at Spring Break-In. She accepts. Tiffany Stratton's like, fuck you guys, fuck that, fuck all of this. Calls Roxanne a random, beatable opponent. Talks about how she got looked over again. Indy makes it a triple threat match while calling Tiffany a bimbo. All for it. Also, I do have one more. I forgot I do have one more for NXT. I didn't look. So, but yeah, no, everything that happened there because I love Roxanne, Zoe Stark, great fucking match. Tiffany is really won me over as a heel with everything she's been doing in ring and her character work. this is a win-win for everyone, maybe including Indy. We'll see.
To be determined.
I mean, Vince, shake your head, but be honest with me. Are Tiffany and Roxanne not far bigger personalities than Indy? Does she not almost kind of feel like as champion, she might get lost in the mix there?
I played the fifth.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
No, but I'm with you there. I love the match between Zoe and Roxanne Perez. Indy coming out, she does look. She's selling me as a champion. She's winning me over. I like her challenging Roxanne. Then said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna take on Tiffany too. I'll take both of you guys on at once." They set up the match for spring break-in, still leaving the possibility of doing a singles match between Roxanne and Indy, which is what I really want to see. Nothing against Tiffany Stratton. I just really want to see that match, just because I've watched both of those two wrestlers prior to WWE, and just as a small little Vince win, I'd like to see them wrestle each other. It'd be cool.
The biggest failure of NXT to this point, just I had a porny epiphany, as I do. The fact that Booker T, being, you know, the mentor of Roxanne Perez and her biggest fan there at commentary, the fact that to this date we have never heard prior to the Pop Rocks Booker T shout, "That's right, get your rocks off." Severely disappointed.
You're terrible.
I need a "get your rocks off" chant.
That's
Get your rocks off. Get your rocks off. Get your rocks off. I'm going to use hashtag "get your rocks off" every time Roxanne is on TV, and I'm going to spell it ROX.
I just want to sing the song every time I hear her name. Every time.
Which song?
I'm not going to sing it for you.
Why not?
Well, how am I supposed to know what you're talking about if you don't sing a little bit?
Everybody knows the song. It's literally her name. I'm not playing this game. Y'all can't get me.
No, I'm genuinely confused. I'm not sure which song you're talking about.
No, it's literally a song called Roxanne. I think it's by The Police.
The Police.
Well, maybe if you sing a little bit, we'll know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Stumped.
Give us a few chorus notes there.
Excuse me? No.
Karaoke in it live.
Hey Vince.
Yes.
Do me a favor and get your rocks off, Spit or Swallow.
I'm already knowing that I'm not gonna get the same reception from you guys, but I'm swallowing the MVP Duke Hudson stepping up and challenging Braun Breaker for Andre Chase.
I was gonna say, yeah, he didn't do shit. Excuse me.
But that's what's so great about the promo is he came out and you knew where he was going. At least I knew where he was going. And he made it seem like, yeah, I'm challenging you, Braun. We're going to defend the honor of Andre Chase University. You're going to face the heart and soul of Andre Chase University. Andre Chase. And we're going to...
I mean, he's not wrong.
And it was just fucking hilarious. I love Duke Hudson. Big Duke energy. I said it last week and I'll say it again. I love Duke Hudson. I don't know why, but he's like the little engine that could, and I just want him to get over. And he's over for me.
I'm glad he's over for one person in the entire NXT universe.
The universe is chanting MVP at him. They're giving him an MVP chant.
No, the crowd is, and that crowd sucks. We have known that crowd sucked for a long time.
The crowd's questionable.
Yeah, that NXT crowd is questionable at best. No, I'm not. Listen, if you're into it, I'm not going to knock you. Like, you like what you like.
It's so ridiculous. It's like the most ridiculous thing, but it works for me.
I hate it so much, but you do. It was me, and then it was Vince. So logically, it should be Katie. But I'm going to finish NXT. I'm swallowing the fact that we're getting a motherfucking trunk match, ladies and gentlemen. My boys, Stacks and Tony, Pretty Deadly.
Forget Put them in the trunk. Forget
I don't even know
about
what.
it.
Like, I'm hoping it's just a parking lot, like an NXT parking lot brawl where they're surrounded by cars, but instead of the front of the cars, it's a bunch of open trunks, and your goal is to throw someone in a trunk and close it to win. That's what I want. Give me that shit. Even if it's just like, a street fight where there's a car there, like however you do it. But I would prefer like the John Cena, Eddie Guerrero parking lot brawl, but with all the cars backed up and all the trunks open, and then like weapons in the trunks and shit. Give me that shit.
They better.
That's what you need to do. Trunk match.
I hate to bring him up, but remember when Adam Cole had a very similar-esque match in the parking lot with a certain individual that's no longer employed by WWE?
Yeah, but that wasn't that like didn't they have like a whole set, like a movie set or something out in the parking lot?
Yeah, you don't want it to be like a cinematic thing?
No, I do not. I want John Cena, Eddie Guerrero, but in a tag match.
Right. I'll give you one that's more like that, more recent. Average of Best Friends versus Proud and Powerful.
Yeah, there you go.
I never watched it.
It's a good match.
That's probably
Highly recommend.
So I'm swallowing the trunk match, ladies and gentlemen, and it hasn't even happened yet. I'm just swallowing the idea of a trunk match
because it's basically a casket match.
But
yeah,
it's a similar concept.
It's an Italian casket match, Vince.
That's what they should call
it. Put him in the Italian casket.
There you go. Yeah, I'm with it. My only thing is that I hope they don't do the thing where they've done it with like hearse matches with the Undertaker, where like the car is parked in reverse in the arena and they have to open the trunk and then they put them in the trunk and then they drive away with them.
That'll probably be what it is, more than likely.
Yeah, I don't know why you to say it and put it in the universe like that in the ether.
As long as it's a street fight though, and I watch my boys Tony D and Stacks beat the living dog shit out of Pretty Deadly, and they get the win, which they might not, because generally if this is your match, you're gonna lose because that's.
No, I think they'll get the win. I think they have to kind of get the win because I feel like they just kind of have to. But I'm more excited to see what Pretty Deadly is going to bring into it because Tony and the Underboss are going to bring it. This is their environment. This is their match. This is who they are. But I'm excited to see Pretty Deadly and what they're going to bring, what they're going to wear.
They're accessories. You're excited about accessories.
I'm always excited about accessories.
Like collars, leashes, maybe toys.
Maybe outdoor safety gear,
Outdoor gear and safety gear for your furry friend. If you need all that, you can go to dog.com, whether it's for a trunk match, a street fight, or just taking your dog for a walk. Dog.com is your online dog supply shopping information destination. Everything your dog needs, from toys to treats and food, is available, including collars and leashes. They have outdoor gear and water safety gear for your furry friend. So go to dog.creationworld.com and receive up to 64% off your order today. That is dog.creationworld.com, and hook your little puppy up.
My dog. Go to dog.com.
My dog.
My dog.
Say it like Sami Zayn.
Yeah, that was the point.
Hey, Vince.
Yo.
You want to see Katie Spitter swallow? Because I do.
Yeah, sure. Had to pause, but yeah.
You thought I was going to skip you again, and I didn't.
No. I knew you weren't, but
I was talking to her.
No, I knew you weren't going to skip me again because you're not that disrespectful.
That's true.
All right. Move on to some Dynamite now because I got to see it live. I don't know everybody's happy about this decision, but I'm happy about it, and it's all that fucking matters. I got to see Wardlow win the TNT title back live. Now, as you all know, I love me some War Daddy. And he's now teamed up with Glock Armed Anderson himself, which threw me through a loop I was not expecting.
That was
I know Powerhouse Hobbs deserved a longer title reign. I am not disagreeing with that. But you put him with QT Marshall and it all went downhill, so that's Tony Khan's fault. I'm just saying. But
Ed Ellison.
Big, I think she was finishing the night from yeah. But I did get to see Big Mean Man Slap Meat from a distance, and it was a great match.
I agree with everything, but the decision of the match.
I didn't expect it to be 100% fair.
It's the hot potato title. I expect that title,
which is why I'm
change
spitting
hands
it.
every
I'm
single time.
also spitting the fact that Powerhouse Hobbs got that title and did absolutely jack shit with it. His run was fucking terrible. However, Wardlow calling in Arn Anderson for guidance. Arn wants to do some horseman shit with him, which they do.
They do.
We got Wardlow unfortunately defeating Hobbs. It could have been a DQ or something. We could have, I don't know.
Okay.
Arn pulling out the Glock on QT in the ring mid-match. QT running, Penta coming out for whatever reason, super kicking QT, and
that was random.
I don't know why.
I can't remember if it was Penta or FedEx, as Matt calls them. Had a match against Powerhouse Hobbs for the title a few weeks ago, but I don't remember which one it was. I think it might have been FedEx.
Was it on Rampage?
It wasn't a Rampage.
That's why.
You don't watch Rampage. Y'all don't watch Rampage. y'all ain't on that Rampage.
But Penta super kicks QT, sends him into the ring. Arn hits a DDT. And then after the fact, fucking Christian comes out with satanic lucha dragon dinosaur dude.
Evil dinosaurs.
Evil Barney.
The devil's favorite dinosaur.
Devil's favorite dinosaur dick. Evil Barney comes out with Christian. And since Wardlow is champion, I'm all for War Daddy and Armed Anderson versus Evil Barney and Christian.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that part happened. I was just
you literally pulled out the Glock.
No, I remember the Glock.
No, she's talking about the Christian Luchasaurus part.
No, yeah.
Because I did forget it happened because I was just on the high of Wardlow winning. But I think I have a video of it, so it counts.
Ooh.
And speaking of that, Katie, I appreciate you mentioning that you were on a high, because if you need to ride a high like Katie was riding when she was at Dynamite, but you're sitting at home and you don't have anything to help you out, we do. DUBBY. DUBBY is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. DUBBY contains vitamins, amino acids, nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine to get you amped up like Katie was at Dynamite. The product is made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. DUBBY's handpicked what they believe to be the 10 most critical ingredients for focus and concentration. DUBBY contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. Fuck you, monster. DUBBY has Neurofactor, a patented all-natural coffee cherry extract to help fuel you. This ingredient is what gives DUBBY its laser-focused and fast reflex effects, making it especially perfect for gamers. So if you need that boost to keep you up all night playing your favorite video game, watching Rampage or Dynamite or anything late at night just to get you through porn, DUBBY is what you need to give you that burst of energy. They disclose full ingredient amounts, and the product will never contain fillers or artificial colors or dyes. DUBBY is also sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and keto-friendly, so it's good for you. So go to dubby.creationworld.com, use code creation, receive 10% off your order today. Again, that is dubby.creationworld.com, use code creation.
That could have also been another turnaround segue to Adam and Eve, because he was like, if you don't have anything to ride around with, you can go to Adam and Eve and get something that you can ride on.
Dude, I've had 40 different spots I could have plugged Adam and Eve, but we only plug it once a show.
I'd like to leave it on the entire show.
I'm going to spit the opening segment of Dynamite and the Three Pillars. Darby sucks at promos. The Three Pillars kind of fucking floundered out there on their own until MJF came out to save them from this mid-ass promo from all three of them. We're going to have a Pillars tournament to decide the winner, and the winner gets MJF a Double or Nothing. Backstage, Sammy and MJF fight, make a deal. Darby got the bye. It's not even a round robin fucking tournament. It's just a single elimination tournament between three guys, which is fucking stupid. Yeah. So Sammy defeated Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy's out. And now the two people that I least gave a shit about winning that are the two that are going to compete for the spot against MJF. However, I will give Allison some credit. Even though I fucking hate Sammy Guevara, the little bromance between them and their cats, and just the little whatever they've got going on for whatever reason is kind of entertaining.
Sammy made a deal with the devil.
Sometimes you got to do those kind of things.
He did that to get tied, like, because there's no other way he would have got tied. Like, he already had to have made a deal. Like,
well, he has no soul already. Like,
yeah, exactly.
He probably offered like the firstborn child to MJF for this.
That's actually the story of Reaper. Remember that? Remember when you're doing your thread about TV shows that no one remembers, and I mentioned Reaper? That's the plot of it. The parents sell the soul of the firstborn to the devil to save the life of the father.
Look at that, see? It's crazy. Can you believe?
Vicente, spit or swallow.
There's no end there, but
I didn't say that. I said Vicente. Vicente.
Okay. I'm gonna swallow. Speaking of pronunciations of Latino names, not on the show. Just saw this because Sasha retweeted it. Bailey just tweeting out Bailey Martinez. Her actual government name, just tweeted that. And I said it before. Shout out to Young Kings Wrestling because they gave me the idea. They gave me the epiphany, the Tiffany epiphany. And I talked about it on Get Show 2 weeks ago. Have Bailey add her last name to her name. Let her break off from Damage Control. Let them either all go on their separate ways or let Dakota and Io be a tag team. Bailey run one faction of the LWO, and then Selena can be on the other side on SmackDown. I think LWO can be co-branded. They can be like kind of like and they scissor each other in co-branded pay-per-views. Kind of like Bullet Club.
That ass, Vince.
Say what?
What?
Excuse me.
Just like Bullet Club Gold and Bullet Club Elite and Bullet Club OGs and Bullet Club Evo and Bullet Club like David Finlay or whatever, how many Bullet Clubs there is,
Like 2.
But yeah, I've liked the idea of Bailey embracing her Mexican culture, Mexican rule, because it's not really highlighted that she is Mexican. Like when they were doing like the Latino or Hispanic Heritage Month WWE shirts, she had to actively tag WWE shop and be like, hey, I'm actually Mexican. How about you make a Yo Soy Un Hugger shirts? And they made one. So I'm all about this. Bailey and the LWO, that might actually turn her around,
They got Selena though, so they're not gonna put more than one woman in a faction.
Yeah,
why not? They could.
Silly goose.
Here are your options. You can either have fucking Sausage Party, all dudes. You can have Taco Party, all women, but at the most 3. Or you could have Sausage Party plus a taco, but only one taco. That's it.
Taco. Uno taco.
Mind you, the taco is referenced to the vagina, not the fact that we're talking about the LWO.
You could say taco and burrito.
That was not. Well, I didn't want to use specific Mexican foods.
It's okay. I give you a pass.
I'll
give you a pass.
I appreciate it.
Well, he's just talking about in general factions, not just LWO.
Yeah, I was just clarifying that I didn't use taco because we were talking about Zelina and.
It's okay. It's okay, but I know you're already invited to the carne asada.
No, I believe it's cero miedo. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Cero.
Have you seen Ready to Rumble?
No.
You've never seen the movie Ready to Rumble with David Arquette?
I might have seen bits and pieces of it. I don't think I ever watched the whole thing.
I actually watched it, but it's been so long ago.
Diamond Upside Down is a pussy.
Oh my god.
Diamond Dallas Page is the bad guy in that movie, and
anyway. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. I fucking love that movie.
But yeah, Bailey Martinez, Bailey embracing her Mexican culture, swallowing all of that shit.
I love you.
Diamond Upside Down is ab pussy.
Ab pussy.
A pussy. He gets it.
A pussy.
Jesus actually likes Ready to Rumble. He always makes references to it
because it's fucking awesome. Pugins for pussies. I have a whole story about Pugins for pussies, but Kinder Care, spit or swallow.
Kinder Care.
I got called that in school. I'm traumatized.
Kinder Bueno.
Kinder Bueno, that's the one. I always think about it.
I hate you guys so much. I'm swallowing stick with the potato themes. I'm swallowing Adam Cole, Britt Baker, jazz holes, and like that's a sentence I never thought I'd say. It's not really necessarily the jazz holes. It's more so just like Chris Jericho and the Outcast. So the Jowcasts. I don't know. But like, so like I'll include Britt Baker and everything. So the tag match, Outcast finally lost.
Yes.
So that was a thing. I did not expect that, but like Pittsburgh, Britt kind of had to win. So I liked the match. I didn't expect them to do the Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Randy Orton thing. I didn't expect that. I was okay with it. I know people are talking about Adam's acting being atrocious. It's wrestling. I don't give a fuck. So are the acting's terrible on soap operas too. Y'all don't complain about that. So like whatever.
I just watched the Power Rangers special, 30 anniversary special. Power Rangers is notorious for bad acting, and I enjoyed it.
See, so people can relax. I know it was bad, but like I love Adam, I love Britt, so seeing that live, I was just like, what the fuck? I was not okay. I was a mess.
You kind of, for me specifically, the segment, especially if you want to lump in the tag match as well prior to that, you kind of have to dissect it by sections of the segment because there's stuff that I liked and stuff that I don't like. For instance, I like you mentioned, Katie, I love the fact that Britt got the win. You know, Britt's team got the win in her hometown. The Outcasts actually took an L, which they should get an L because, you know, balance things out and whatnot, what have you. Swallowing Adam Cole, everything he had to say on the mic. Just love me some Adam Cole, period. I'm spitting everything Jericho on the mic. He just at this look, and it's not even me just hating on the guy. He literally gives me Hollywood Hulk Hogan vibes in late WCW and Hollywood Hulk Hogan vibes in TNA when they ran it into the ground. They had to change it to Impact Wrestling or whatever. Then you kind of add the whole break coming in. So I'm swallowing break coming in here and getting in Jericho's face. Now I want Britt to beat up men. Yeah, I want Britt to beat up on men. Swallowing the Outcast attacking Britt, spitting the fact that no one came out to help Britt, spitting the execution of how they handcuffed Adam Cole to the bottom rope because it was clear that he could have gotten up and left at any point, but swallowing Adam Cole, pushing through and committing to the bit, regardless of the fact. But yeah, it's just like there was like a roller coasters of spits and swallows throughout that whole segment, but it wasn't terrible.
Gargling.
No, I'm spitting specific segments and swallowing specific segments in the segment.
I agree with Katie. I'm swallowing everything, even though Jericho was there.
Yeah,
because the Outcast coming out to team to beat up like Britt and beat her with a kendo stick and make Adam watch in front of her parents, in front of her boyfriend, husband, man,
baby daddy
thing, her cock, in front of her cock. All of that really entertaining because Adam was begging. He wanted it so bad and he didn't get it. His girlfriend got it and he had to watch like the cuck that they turned him into that night. They did. I'm sorry.
Not on that topic, but the fact that nobody came out, when I was talking about it with Savannah yesterday, I remembered that after the tag match, Hayter kind of got rushed to the back and it not up, but through the side. Ooh. So I'm not sure if that's something they're going to play into or if Hayter got hurt in some type of way, and maybe that's why. I don't know anything. I haven't heard anything, but I distinctly remember a security guard, the arm wrapped around, and Britt kind of rushing, quickly over there. So I don't necessarily know.
Also, as you said, the tag match, Britt and Hayter getting the win over the Outcasts. All big swallows for me. I didn't pay too much attention to all the details that Vince mentioned. I mean, I'm generally annoyed that Jericho just exists and is on my TV. So
yeah,
there was that. But all of those beautiful women in the ring, including Adam Cole with his long, luscious locks.
Beautiful man.
All about it.
I also got to call Jericho a piece of shit and a Jagoff live. So like that's goals.
So here's how the rest of this show is going to go. Because we've only been doing this like an hour and 12 minutes, roughly. If you cut out the pre-show, I only have one thing left in my notes, so I'm gonna do my one thing, and then I'm gonna let you two snowball back and forth until you're out of shit or you're tired, or we've at least filled an hour and a half. Okay, so we'll go Vince, Katie, and then let Katie. Just.
Vince,
Katie.
And then it's just my show now.
Put on a solo put on a little solo Cicady show for all the people watching her cam. I'm swallowing the BCC, wrecking the elite, while Bryan Danielson is just talking mad shit. Or as Katie puts it, the American Dragon, Jake Long, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan.
The All-American Nightmare Dragon, Jake Long, Bryan Danielson. Savannah added the Daniel Bryan part. I'm not sure if I want to include that. But
why is there a nightmare in there though?
I don't know,
Nightmare.
Because American Nightmare. It just seemed right. I don't know.
Let it happen. Don't question it.
Don Callis comes down, but he gets run off because he's a pussy. And he comes back. We thought he was going to come back with Hangman. We should have known better. He did not come back with Hangman. He came back with Takeshita, who saves Kenny from the well-deserved carving that is the only down. Like, the fact that they didn't carve Kenny up is kind of a spit. But however, everything else that happened was a swallow.
Listen, I screamed. I was like, where the fuck is Hangman? I wanted to see Hangman live. Like, that was something I kind of wanted to see. I did not expect Takeshita to come out at all.
That was a surprise.
Yeah. Well, like, I guess, like, if I really think hard about it, it makes sense because Dawn's kind of been like scouting Takeshita. Yeah, Rock Hard Juice Robinson. No, that's a later thing I'll talk about. Because like Dawn kind of has been like scouting Takeshita.
But isn't Takeshita like John Moxley's young boy, or is that someone else?
That's Shibata. That's Shibata brand.
Okay.
That's Shibata's young. So
don't hold me to that. I know it's not Takeshita though.
Takeshita?
Yeah. But like, yeah, I didn't expect that to happen. I mean, they still kind of got their ass beat, which was kind of fun to watch. You know what Yeah.
You don't say take a shitta.
Nailed it.
Yeah, no, that's that is my final one for the show. That's all I've got. Because like I said, the rest of the wrestling with the penises was not really doing it for me this week. It was all about the women's wrestling for me. So
women's wrestling. That should be on your fucking button.
His button.
I play that when I'm having sex with my wife to make me feel better. That really gets me going.
That wouldn't surprise me at all if you did.
I did once and she got really mad at me.
Did you really? Oh my God. What is wrong with you?
I had it in the bedroom, and our old bed, there was like a shelving unit in the headboard, and it was sitting there, and I was doing it, and I just reached up and I slapped it, and it started going this, and she just gave me the dirtiest look. Like, she still let me do my thing, but like, she was not happy about it.
She's like, I fucking hate you.
She's like, you're a dick. And I'm like, oh, well. I am, you're getting it.
Terrible.
Katie, do you have a bunch since Vince only has two?
I mean, not a bunch. Like,
more than two.
Yes.
Then spit or swallow.
All right. Well, I briefly brought up Rock Hard Juice Robinson. So
pause.
Here's
because she's leaving and I want to catch her. Night, JJ. Tell Mr. Bryant happy birthday from everyone at Smackin It Raw.
I hope he smacks it raw too.
And give him a wave from me. All right, Katie. Unpause.
Okay, thank you. So Diego Luna lookalike Jay White, which like, thanks. It still throws me, even seeing him live, I'm like, that's literally Diego Luna. I don't know anymore. It's freaking me the fuck out. I don't understand. But he had a match against Commander. Sean Spears was ringside. rating everything, which I love Sean Spears. So like that's a given. And you know, Sean Spears gets beat up after the match. Ricky Starks come out. I love me some Ricky Starks. I'm kind of okay with this being a thing right now. Like the match itself with Commander and Jay White. I've never seen Jay White wrestle live or ever. So like that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. And like I said, Commander's incredible.
What's his name?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Swiss cheese stays white.
Thank you.
And
so Cobra sorry. Commander had a great match.
Oh, see, I actually just watched G.I. Joe at work the other day. It's crazy. Yeah, so the match was cool. And I kind of like the involvement of Ricky, now Sean, and, you know, Rock Hard Juice and everything. They got a thing. So, yeah, I'm kind of cool with it. I'll swallow it.
Bang Bang Bros.
See,
Bang Bang Twins?
Bang Bang Twins was the title, but apparently it was blocked off. It was cock blocked by Pornhub. I'm with Katie.
Yeah, because you can't say twins on Pornhub.
That's weird. I'm sure I've searched up twins before.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But I'm with Katie. I'm swallowing Jay White and Rock Hard Juice Robinson. Being on Dynamite on AEW Weekly, them starting being the founding members of Bullet Club Gold, being the Bang Bang Bros, the Bang Bang Twins, or what have you. Them feuding with Ricky Starks isn't terrible. It's solid. If I was fantasy booking this, and
is it rock solid?
It's rock hard and it's solid. But if it was up to me, if I had the
rock hard juice.
Yeah, Rock Hard Juice. Instead of Adam Cole having this program with Jericho, I thought it would have made more sense for Jay White to attack Adam Cole, given that they both used to be in Bullet Club, and you know that has some history there. Adam Cole versus Jay White is a matchup I've been wanting to see for a while, and then I just think that's so much better for both Jay White and Adam Cole, because Adam Cole is in the Jericho vortex now. He'll be fine because he's Adam freaking Cole, baby. But with Jay White, you kind of want him to have like a Chris Jericho impact if you want him to be built up to be like a higher top of the card kind of guy, if that is indeed the plan. So him feuding with an Adam Cole would have been great. Him feuding with like a Kenny Omega would have been great. Even though they've technically already done that in New Japan, but not too many people in the States have seen that program. But yeah, regardless of the fact, Ricky Starks versus the Bang Bang Twins, still solid. Pretty good. And I hope they add more members to the Bang Bang Bros Golden Club Premium subscription, whatever it is that they're going to be
Golden
called.
Gun.
The Golden Gun. What?
Golden Gun.
No, Vince just had a stroke.
Words
you
are
said
hard.
Golden One?
Well, so you have the Suzuki Gun Manufacturing Division of New Japan, which is feuding with the club that makes bullets because they can't decide on any sort of financial cohesiveness where the two can come together, which is good for Japan, because when you put bullets and guns together, bad things happen. We know that we live in America.
True.
But then you've got the Golden Guns from fucking 007 from back on the N64 that are now here live in the Bang Bang Bros.
On the Bang Bang Bus.
On the Bang Bang Bus with the Bang Bang Bros.
Terrible. But Vince, to get back to your point, you kind of wanted Swiss Cheese and Adam Cole to feud, but I have a feeling they're kind of just going to hold off on that until maybe after Forbidden Door, because they're more than likely going to have Golden Guns, Bang Bang Twin, whatever the fuck we're calling them, and New Japan Bullet Club feuding at Forbidden Door, because Juice Robinson had a match not that long ago, and David Finlay, whoever the fuck, had a sign specifically set out for Toni Storm, which, if people don't know, that's Rock Hard Juice Robinson's wife, which
that's why he's always rock hard.
Pick. I would be too. So they're continuing that, So I have a feeling that's what they're leading to. Who knows? Maybe Ricky joins the Bang Bang Twins. Who knows?
Look. Ricky is a fucking star.
Ricky.
Fuck the pillars. Ricky should be technically a pillar because that man's a fucking star. But one person that could join the Bang Bang Twins, I know you guys probably don't keep up with the New Japan stuff, but ELP, El Phantasmo, got kicked out of the Bullet Club, and he could come over and join the Golden Bullet Club, and that could be a thing. Now they have 3 people in that faction.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is El Phantasmo Hispanic?
That's a good question. It's Googleable.
I'm looking it up right now.
Because I saw people talking about this El Phantasmo, and he wasn't wearing a mask, which then I assumed by looking at him that he was not. And I do not appreciate the cultural appropriation of this Canadian man calling himself El Phantasmo and not wearing a luchador mask.
I'll allow it. I give him a pass. I think if anyone in this whole call can give him a pass.
Pretty sure
his name is Riley.
No, I won't. Fuck him. You can give him all the passes you want. That's your right. No. I got no passes to give in this. I've got no passes to give.
Sami Zayn literally called himself El Generico and put on a luchador wrestling.
He wore a mask.
El Generico and Sami Zayn are different people. Vince.
Sure.
They've never been in the same room.
Vince. But also, in this situation, I'm literally passless. I have no passes to give. I can't give passes to other white people for culturally appropriating. I'm not. It's not a thing.
Here's this is an airhead, but it could be a metaphorical pass. I'm passing you my pass so you can use the pass.
Who? Okay, because I can never remember. Who was it in New Japan that Kenny was using Magnum condoms to have sex with?
Kota
Ibushi.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi.
And I really hope that you guys can take what I said and then picture a Magnum condom and put everything together with what their name was. If you're listening,
the golden
figure it out. And golden what color
condom.
is keep going. Magnum wrapper is gold. They're the golden lovers because okay. So that's how I'm going to describe them from now on, as the guy that Kenny Omega had sex with while wearing a Magnum. But they were golden lovers, so why not bring him in and let him be part of it?
Because I don't think he has.
He's not signed with anyone, as far as I know.
I think he's still signed to New Japan.
No, he's not.
No,
he has not been for a long time. He
fell
out with the Yakuza and shit, and was talking some shit. And
that note,
I listen to Warren.
You listen to Warren. The thing with Kota is that it makes more sense for him to be aligned with the Elite and not the Golden Bullet Club lovers.
That's kind of the theme. People think Takeshi's going to end up siding with the BBC because Don's a carny piece of shit and nobody can trust Don Callis. So we end up getting the entirety of the BBC and Takeshita versus the Elite, Hangman, and Ibushi.
Yeah,
that's the ongoing theory on the interwebs. I don't know how true
games.
So here's the problem with you, Katie.
There's a problem with Katie.
You have a co-host when you start talking about all things New Japan that turns the conversation into the Peanuts, where it's just like wah 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 wah.
I was saying you don't listen. It's okay. Warren knows more.
Warren does not have that issue, so that is why I said I listen to Warren, because
I understand.
Yeah. 5-finger discount. What's up?
Can I spit or swallow now?
You can spit and swallow now.
Okay.
Oh, both. Congrats.
Speaking of New Japan, a former alumni of New Japan, I'm swallowing the Shinsuke Nakamura vignettes. They're really trying to build him up as like a more of a serious competitor, more of a legit threat. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with him post draft. He's never been on Raw, so maybe keep him primarily on Raw, feud with maybe Theory, maybe challenge Seth, maybe do something there. I love Shinsuke. I loved him ever since he had his match with Sammy at TakeOver, Dallas? And I just want good things for him. despite the whole implications that he's going to probably go into a feud with Karrion Kross next.
That's 100% what's happening. I don't know what you mean.
That's not implication. That's fact.
That's actually happening.
No, I know it's happening, but they're implying it on television, on screen, to let us know that it actually is happening. But, shout out to Shinsuke. I just want good things for him. I'm hoping that this is good things to come for him.
That's a lose-lose situation for WWE because you have had Karrion Kross and you have
Karrion Kross.
Brutally just made him look fucking terrible and wasted all of his. You brought him back for no fucking reason. Now, if Karrion does get the win that he needs against Shinsuke, then you've done all these vignettes for Shinsuke for no reason. If Shinsuke comes back and defeats Karrion Kross, it means nothing for Karrion Kross it does nothing for Shinsuke because it's fucking Karrion Kross.
Who knows? Anything is better than nothing. He's been literally just sitting and catering or just surfing in the beach.
He's been surfing, excuse you. He's been living his best life.
Okay. You too. Katie, Spitter Swallow, Snowball. I'll be back probably by the time Katie's done.
Okay. So I don't know if I guess I'm just gargling it. V claimed check on Hager, Parker, and what's his nuts? Bernard. Billy, I got to see Billy Gunn wrestle, which is a sentence I never thought I would say. It's crazy.
My first WWE show ever was going to the March 3rd Raw, where it was the first Chicago show since CM Punk walked out in WWE. And one of the early matches, if not one of the very first match, was the New Age Outlaws versus the Usos, and the Usos won their very first tag titles against New Age Outlaws.
Wow.
So not only you, but I too never thought I'd say I got to see Billy Gunn wrestle live.
He's still pretty good.
Yeah, which is compared to Road Dogg.
Bro, he was the biggest person in that ring. It was insane.
Everyone in AEW is like my
height. Just huge. He's fucking massive. So Jesus said it was 15 years ago.
Vince.
Fucking hell.
Assume your position, sir.
Ew. You children, relax. Oh yeah, but I got to hear a Max Caster rap live, which apparently they edited on TV.
Yeah, they censored him for one line. I don't even know what he said.
I'll have to go because I took a video of it. I'll have to see what he said.
Send it to the cafe.
What he said, what she said.
It's gonna be in the vlog that I put together tomorrow.
Fine.
Vince, Spitter Swallow.
Last one. I don't know why I even like it. Question myself a little bit as to why I like it, but I found it a little charming. I'm swallowing the hard-hitting home truths segment with Nathan Frazier. You gotta let him speak and not just be like a generic wrestler in the ring. I don't know where this is gonna go. I'm intrigued.
Hopefully to hell.
What's wrong with Nathan Frazier?
That sucked.
Baby Rollins.
That sucked.
It's already tomorrow, Katie, by the way.
It's been tomorrow for 2 hours.
For you. Why don't you just add that to the StreamYard so you can play it there?
It's a button, bro. I can't add it to the. It's a button. I don't have.
That was easy.
Literally, I just. Which is what Nathan Frazier is. Boring. Outside the ring. Outside of the ring.
Look, NXT, correct me if I'm wrong. NXT is supposed to be a place where the wrestlers are trying to find themselves. Basically find the thugonomics to your John Cena. Find the Seth freaking Rollins, or find the gimmick that's you. And I will never sit here and discourage or spit a wrestler just throwing something at a wall to see what sticks, because this may not stick, but it could lead to something that eventually will. So, I mean, Alexa Bliss originally was supposed to be like in like a team with like Dax Harwood. Like she was supposed to be his valet, and she was supposed to be like a Daisy Duke or something. And then she showed up as a Pixie Princess, and then she was with Blake and Murphy, and then now she's Bliss. Yes.
And thank God, in each and every one of those situations, someone said, hey, this is fucking stupid. And we got to where we are. So I'm going to be the one to tell them, hey, this is fucking stupid, so that we don't waste time on this and we can get to the gimmick that you need to find, so you're not wasting time on this. Yes, I do have one of those stupid buttons.
Well, like I said, me personally, I'm just swallowing it because I was not expecting it. Like, it got him on the mic, he got him a segment showing some personality. Maybe it'll lead somewhere.
Okay. How many you got left, Katie? That was your last one, right, Vince?
I think that's my last one.
You said you had two, you did two. So, Katie, finish us off. First load and last load of the night. Look at you go.
What can I say? I'm doing my best. I'm swallowing Julia Hart. Y'all didn't get to see it because it's happening on Rampage, but I don't give a fuck. Julia Hart had a match. She won. Seeing her entrance is incredible. I was very much inspired by Julia Hart, so I did a fit inspired that. TC called me the Undercater. So that is now a new nickname, I guess. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do. But regardless, she had a match against Kiera Hogan. It was a good match. It was the only women's match on Rampage because that's all they get.
Shout out to Kiera Hogan.
Shout out to Kiera Hogan. And shout out to Julia Hart. Oh, and Anna Jay came out and attacked her after the fact because now Anna Jay has like some dark makeup after she got misted. So they're playing into that, continuing that feud. It's a spoiler. Oh, well. It's the only match. Half the people here don't watch Rampage, so it's okay.
I will actually watch
of the
before
people
that.
Here don't watch Rampage.
Because,
that's what I'm saying. Like
wrestling.
it's the best. It was like the best thing on Rampage, besides the main event, which was the AAA title.
How great is it going to be when there's a Saturday show for AEW that no one's going to watch?
I'm not. No. That's fucking stupid, and that shouldn't be a thing. I'm just saying.
How does Britt and Thunder Rosa behave more professionally than a bunch of grown-ass men? Just goes to show you the men are mature.
I don't know. What I do know is Vince sent me something, and it is now time to end the show, ladies and gentlemen. So, Vince, what was your favorite show this week?
I'm gonna go NXT.
Katie?
I mean, I was there, Dynamite.
I am going to agree with Katie only because it was the show that I actually had men's segments and women's segments that I enjoyed equally, whereas it was mostly women from WWE and nothing else. The men weren't doing it for me. So, as per the Smackin It Raw Podcast, best show of the week, AEW Dynamite in Pittsburgh.
Let's go.
Hootie hoo.
Vince.
Yes.
So I can make use of the picture you sent me. Please plug yourself.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SESVince. Hit the link tree in my bio. We'll take you to everything Straight Talk, Racial World, Sketch Show Podcast, Smackin It Raw, the works. I just recently did an episode power ranking the Power Rangers uniforms from Mighty Morphin all the way to the new series that's going to release at the end of 2023, Cosmic Fury, with my former co-host on the Smackin It Raw podcast and SmackDown NXT, Jay Thunder. It was a great time. So I encourage you to search SES Vince in your favorite podcast provider, platform, whatever. Search SES Vince. You'll find the Straight Talk podcast. But if not, I encourage you to go to youtube.com/SES Vince, where the video version is actually available. So we have visual aids to help determine whether or not you want to properly rank and agree with us. The Power Rangers uniforms. Yes.
Okay.
But also shameless plug, because it kind of just came out of nowhere, spur of the moment. I will be collaborating with Powerbomb Jutsu tomorrow noon Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. We will be doing a spit or swallow of the new Power Rangers Once and Always Netflix special. So this is the first spit or swallow is coming back for the first time since the Royal Rumble that I've done with Getcho. But this is also the first time I've done a spit or swallow that's non-wrestling related. So should be fun.
It should
right
be
here. CreationWorld.com, YouTube.com/CreationWorld.
Definitely check that out. Katie.
You can follow me on Twitter at KatieRathman13. Link to I'm about to go things Sheely Showcase. Twitch.tv/Sheely Showcase. Typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. YouTube.com/Sheely Showcase. Watch videos because they're way more entertaining. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts if you want to listen. Sheely Showcase is the show, the weekly show, and the brand. Inside the Mind of an interview series I do. There will be a new episode on Monday. I'm filming one on Sunday with Marcus because he hit me up and I was like, well, okay, that works because they needed a guest. So I will have one on Monday.
From World Elite Pod?
Yes, from World Elite Pod. So be on the lookout for that. There'll be a AW vlog out too. I have to put it together. I don't know. I'm everywhere. You can find me places.
And as always, you can follow me on Twitter only at Matt Ridder. That's ZMATTRIDDER. Check out Creation World. We have the Creation Conversation Monday through Friday here at noon. You can go to Linktree/Creation World. You can go to creationworld.com. Or if you're watching us here on twitch.tv or youtube.com/Creation World as well. And follow their social media at It's Creation World, ITSCREATIA World. There you will get all the updates, including to be determined tentatively as of right now, the final episode in April of Getting Off will either drop live Saturday or Sunday. We'll see, when everyone gets the show watched and when we can make it happen. But we will be reviewing Evil Dead Rise, which I watched today. My understanding is Katie and Reek are both going to watch tomorrow, so hopefully we'll be able to do it tomorrow. If not, we will do it on Sunday. And also I want to see if I can give Jess some time to get out and go see it as well. So the core four can be together for this. Allison from Botch Spots and Chair Shots, the boss bitch, edited our video for Pornhub. Travis has it if you were here at the beginning of the show. So our Pornhub exclusive watch along of Evil Head will be going up with the Rack, the Will Gray, and Miss Katie Kinzy Bay, taking out all of the parts that Pornhub did not like when we tried to upload it the first time. So it's coming. It's available. We did it. I swear. I promise. I know we were talking about it. You never saw it. You didn't suffer. You were ecstatic. You loved it. All of it. Every bit of it. Every inch.
Relax. Take it easy.
For the Pornhub Poppy and the Sultan of Step On Me, Daddy Delgado, Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe. I am the Warden, patron saint of podcasting, Matt Ridder. I did that all fucked up. This has been the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin It Raw Podcast.
Hooty hoo.